So we're going to begin with Kapalabhati, and I'll ask you to do it do it until I ask you to stop, okay? Just a little longer. Now exhale everything out. Draw a big breath in through your nostrils. Hold the breath in. Lift your spine nice and tall. And then slowly let that breath out. We're going to do 2 more rounds just like that. Kapalabhati, please. And if you're familiar with it, and you have a little bit more of a tempo, it's a practice, go ahead and increase your tempo. You can also envision a flame rising from the small of your back up to the crown of your head as you exhale. Just a little bit longer. Spine tall, crown of head over the base of your spine. Okay, and then exhale everything out. Draw a big breath in through both of your nostrils and hold it. Tuck your chin down, lift the sternum up. And then slowly let that breath go. All right, and adjust. Notice any shifts. A big part of meditation is observation. Noticing the door is closed, the air is off, and you can feel a little bit more, it's quiet in the room. How about the inner body? Okay, and then 1 more round of Kapalabhati. All right, exhale everything out, all of it out. Big breath in, deep breath, right from the bottom. Fill you to the top, hold it in. Now as you hold it in, you want to lift the sternum, tuck your chin a little bit, and let your attention drop into your belly. Attention in the belly. Hold it in a little bit longer. Shoulders back, spine as tall as you can. All right, and then let it go. Let it all out. Now to prepare for chanting Om together, we're going to do what we like to call a sea of Om. So we're chanting not in unison. You're just following your vibration, moving your attention through your body. All right, so the A begins at the pelvic floor. If I put my hand on your belly and your back when you chanted, I should feel that in your belly. And then when that A ascends into the U sound, Om, right? It's in your heart space. If I put my hand on your middle back, it would be vibrating. And then when you put your lips together and the M, it goes right up to the crown of your head. And then as you inhale, consciousness moves to your pelvic floor, and we chant AUM again. Okay, so we'll do the first one together, and then we'll continue to chant this ocean of Om in your own time until I ask you to stop. All right, let's inhale for Om. Allow consciousness to rise from the pelvic floor. Your awareness, your conscious attention through your heart, up through the crown of your head. Don't hold yourself back. Take deep breaths and stretch out the M. Stretch out the M. We'll do 3 more. It's here where we have the intention to not move a muscle. The spine is tall, crown of head is over the base of your spine. And we let the breath completely relax. The breath becomes completely silent. There's no shaping of your breath. Solid stillness, motionless awareness. And to the degree that our body is still, what's happening is prana, which is the force of life, is internalizing. It's moving into the spine. And one way to determine that is to notice how non-existent your breath is, how quiet it is, how calm it is. Now maintaining that association with stillness, you're going to breathe out through your lips. Bend the right elbow, block the right nostril, and gently inhale through the left. Block both nostrils, hold it for a moment, and then exhale through the right. Then inhale through the right. Block both nostrils, spine is tall. Hold it for a moment. And then delicately breathe out through the left, quietly. And that's the rhythm. That's the sequence. In through the left. Block both nostrils for a moment, or 2 or 3. And then quietly out through the right. So the more subtle, the quieter, the softer, the more meditative healing effect. In through the right. Block both nostrils. And out through the left. Eventually moving to a 1 to 2 to 2 breathing pattern. And what that means is if you inhale for a count of 3, you're going to retain it for a count of 6, and then exhale for a count of 6. No holding at the end. You just pull it right back in. In for 3, hold for 6, exhale for 6, if that's your proportion. It can be 2, 4, 4. We don't want to overstimulate our heart. We don't want to get panicky. All of these techniques are to calm us down so we can really let all the techniques go and experience meditation together. For a few more minutes, please practice this form of Nadi Shodhana. When you retain the breath, lift the sternum as if you were inviting the retained breath and its energy into the belly. Sometimes the right shoulder starts to burn a little because we hold it up. So you can pull the elbow close to the torso and pull your 2 shoulder blades together on your back. That's helpful. I'm going to have you complete one more cycle, and you're going to exhale, so stay in the sequence, but you're going to exhale through the left nostril through which we began. There's no rush. And as you complete that, release your hand to your thigh and allow your breath to adjust. The spine is tall, and there's a feeling as if the spine is moving slightly inward and upwards towards the crown of your head. But everything else is descending. The shoulders are relaxing, your skin, your flesh is relaxing, your stomach is relaxing. But the spine is tall. Please bring your attention to the rings of your nostrils. Your breath is effortless now and involuntary. There's no sound to it. And as you notice your natural breath moving in, allow consciousness to move all the way in to the center of the brain where the pineal gland is. And as your breath naturally breathes out, allow your attention to move from the center of the brain out the nostrils again. So simple. Don't overthink it. Just simply notice the breath coming in and then the breath moving out. Just allow attention to ride that for a few moments. relax the space between your eyebrows. And allow your attention to move into the center of the brain as you inhale through the nose, and from the center brain out the nostrils as you exhale. This is what's called prana dharana. You're concentrating pranic forces in the center of the brain. If you notice a thought bringing you out of this simple practice, just come back to it. When your body naturally inhales from the rings of the nostrils to the center of the brain, and from the center of the brain back out through the rings of your nostrils as you exhale. Relax, my friends. Your attention is drawn away from the practice to a feeling in your body or a thought, simply return to it. To the breath moving in the nostrils, consciousness riding it, moving to the apex of the pineal gland in the center of the brain. And as your body exhales from that point, 2 separate lines straight out either nostril. Relax and let it happen. Breath is quiet, body still. Pranadharana. I'm going to ask you to bring your attention now to the space between your eyebrows. And as your body breathes in, attention is going to move from that point to the back of your brain, to the center of the brain, to the center of your skull. And as your body breathes out, rather than moving through the nostrils, consciousness will move into that space between your eyebrows again. Now, to help establish our awareness of the center brain, take your tongue and just curl it up into the roof of your mouth. You can feel the hard palate, it's kind of rough. Then you take your tongue back, you can feel where the hard palate turns into the soft palate. And then take your right hand to the fontanelle, the very crown of your head, pushing down with your right fingertip with about the same pressure you're pushing up with your tongue. Now, somewhere between those 2 points, that's the center of the brain. Once you've established that, release your hand. Notice your body breathing. And as your body breathes in, consciousness moves from the space between the eyebrows to the center brain, the midbrain. And as it breathes out from the midbrain to the space between your eyebrows. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax, my friends. Spine tall. It's a horizontal movement of consciousness, awareness. Space between the eyebrows, center brain. Now, eventually what's going to happen is that pulsation, you become incredibly absorbed in it. And then the pulsation, it pulsates, independent from the breath. So the breath like drops way down, barely visible. But that pulsation remains. Establishing a sense of illumination in the center brain, pulsation, vibration. The scalp releases, the forehead is soft, spine tall. You're entering into the state of meditation now. Become aware of the space in this room surrounding all of us. And see that space is vibrating and pulsating as well. See if it's possible to expand your awareness beyond the walls of this room to the space surrounding this entire building, to the space surrounding North Raleigh, North Carolina. How far out can you go? The space surrounding the globe, and then to infinity. There is no end to space. There is no end to consciousness. we decide to close the meditation, I'm going to invite you guys to join me in a little chant. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namaha. So Jaya Jaya means celebrate or victory. Devi is the divine, and Mata is where we get the word matter or matrix or mother from, right? It's a part of nature, it's a part of the universe. It's always nurturing, supporting, and kind of looking out for us. Right? Jaya Jaya Devi Mata. So I'll do the first one, and then I'll invite you guys to join in. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namah. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namah. Together. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namah. 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 A little louder. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namah. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namah. A little quieter. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namah. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namah. Even quieter. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namah. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namah. That's it. Take a big breath in and out. Spine tall, crown of head over the base of your spine. Notice what you're feeling. Pulsation, vibration, glowing, heat, light, electricity, whatever it is, feel it. Now become aware of the part of you that's aware of those sensations. Who is experiencing that? In your mind's eye, say hello to yourself. Say it again. yell it to yourself, scream it to yourself. Who was aware of that voice? All the techniques, Jaya Jaya Devi Mata, chanting Om, pranayama, sitting tall, they're all to help us realize we're none of those things. We're not our voices, but we are the part of us that's aware of that voice, that's aware of the vibrations. And the practice of meditation is learning how to become untethered from those things. That contracted sense of self. So we practice expanding beyond the vibration of thought, beyond the vibration of body. And it is difficult because we've spent years and years and years and years slapping on armor, stacking up those cinder blocks around our hearts. Doesn't mean it can't be done, though. You really just have to want it. It's a basic question. Do you want to be happy or you don't? Period. There's no conditions on it. People say, well, when I meet that perfect someone, then I'll be happy. It's a condition. Or when, I move to that zip code, then. Or when, my kids go to school, then. Those are conditions. Setting yourself up for failure. Do you want to be free? Do you want to be liberated? Do you want to be happy? It's a simple question. I'm going to ask you guys to lower your chin down to your chest and allow your eyes to open up just about halfway. And then, as you lift your head up, my eyes are like halfway open. I can see a couple of y'all's feet. I can maybe see Jill in my peripheral vision and Caroline over there too, but I'm not really looking at Jill or at your feet. I see it all. It's called open eye meditation. And when we began, I suggested you're going to feel heavy, grounded. You're going to feel it in the moment, like an altered state. This is the moment. So for the next couple minutes, let's just bask in the moment. Be held by the moment. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namaha.